Hey, just a quick note on the vicious, virulent, obvious, painful anti-Semitism in Oliver Twist. First of all, no excuses. Even in 1838, Dickens' Jewish friends called him out on this. How dare you, they said, and they meant it, and I mean it. How dare you trot out these vicious anti-Semitic stereotypes? Fagin is one of the most embarrassing, cringe-worthy, painful, sick, sorrowful, anti-Jewish stereotypical characters in the history of British literature. And in fact, Dickens tried to tone it down in subsequent editions. So, at least to his credit, he did listen and he did have Jewish friends. But I don't want to excuse or paper over or whitewash the horror of this particular character. And I have to say, one of the reasons that the Broadway play, Oliver, and then the movie, the hit movie, hasn't sort of been coming back and revived is that the anti-Semitism is too embarrassing. Can't do it. Nevertheless, I also want to point out that anti-Semitism is a consistent, horrifying, but very obvious quality in so much of literature, not just British literature, but let's take American literature, for example. How about the anti-slavery, anti-racism classic, Uncle Tom's Cabin, wherein the slave beater, slave breaker, horror slave trader character is, you guessed it, Jewish, which was supposed to rouse up Christian audiences at the time. So using anti-Semitism and anti-racism, epic fail. The Great Gatsby, perhaps the greatest American novel ever written. The main character's friend, Gatsby's friend, Wolfsheim, so obviously Jewish, is obviously a Jewish mafioso cut from the same horrific, disgusting, false stereotypes as Fagin. He's an American Fagin, literally. And so, too, another great novel of the same era, Ernest Hemingway's The Sun Also Rises, Cone, the arch nemesis, anti-hero of that particular novel. Once again, obviously, pathetically, another Jewish stereotype. So, I don't want to explain away Dickens' anti-Semitism. I do want to point out that at least he listened a little bit, which Hemingway and Fitzgerald never did. But I want you to know that I don't not see it. However, this remains a fundamental text in American and British literature, American culture and British literature. And it raises the question of how racialized, how culturally specific are our ideas of childhood. My idea of childhood was very whitewashed. I got the ultra-white blonde little Oliver character from the movies and from Dickens, right? So, is childhood available to non-white kids in, say, the 1830s or the 1860s in Alice, or the 1960s for me growing up in segregated Denver, or to you now? So instead of hiding from this racial issue, let's look it right in the face, because we will later. We'll definitely look at it. Willy Wonka, we'll definitely look at it when we see Dr. Dolittle. There's no way around it. It's there. So let's just talk about it. And you can put it in your discussions this week if you'd like. Thank you.